First one, who are you?
Oh, I am Lyna. So I was born in a tiny island, Mauritius, and I grew up there. And I came to France to do my studies, and I've been living in Paris for a bunch of years now. Yeah, that's who I am.
So tell us a little bit about where you live.
My neighborhood is more of a homely one with lots of different houses. So I have a green backyard where there's a lot of trees. I can see squirrels in the backyard as well. So there's a little forest at the end. So it's really, really cute and I really love it.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I am a simulation engineer. So that basically means doing tests, virtual testing, on pretty much anything you can think of around you, and making sure that those things or stuff that can go in your hands, with which you travel, or that can go inside your body, if they're medical appliances, that they work properly before being manufactured. That's what I do.
What is the happiest memory of your life?
Giving birth to my son. That's probably, it was one of the hardest period of my life as well. Most difficult, but the happiest moment ever.
And what is the saddest memory of your life?
It was losing my grandfather. I was very close to him. I got my name, Lyna, from my grandfather and his wife, because my grandmother was named Lyna as well. So we were very, very close, and I grew up with them because my parents were working a lot at that time. So I have that very close, I had that very close relationship with him. So it was very difficult when he passed away.
And when you were young, what do you remember? What did you think of yourself?
I was never happy about myself. I was, when I was a child, I always thought that I was shorter than my other cousins, less beautiful, less intelligent. There was always something. But it was not linked to my parents, it was linked to me. My parents were very, very smart in the sense that they never told me, oh, you should do this better, or you should take a little bit more care of yourself. Never. It was more me comparing with others. So I think as a child, I was always more internal, looking internally and shying away from others, which probably changed a lot with the years. But yes, that was the case when I was a child, yes. Not confident at all.
But has there been a time that you were so angry at yourself, and normally, how did you process that?
Not much anger, more of lost in confidence, but not really anger at how I feel or how I am, but it's more like disappointment in myself. It takes a couple of hours for me to digest it, and then I go back. I fight for whatever I need to fight. I never give up.
Do you remember what were your dreams when you were young?
I wanted to become someone who helps others at some way, and to go towards other people and make sure that they feel at home with me. Yes, so that's the kind of feeling I wanted. So it was not related to I want to be this and that. It's I want to help people. And I didn't have any idea when I was a child, at least, what that meant. So it was always related to sometimes technological stuff, because my father used to work in that field. So I was always looking up to him and say, oh, he's doing great things. I would love to do like he does, or maybe other stuff, but I had no idea what that meant. None at all. And it was very far from what I could do, because I was on a small, tiny island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. That could not happen at all at that time.
Okay. How did you get to know about BTS?
I followed one of my friends at the K-Con concert in Paris in 2016. She wanted to be there with her children, and she needed some help to make sure that everything was going okay with her kids. So I followed her. I did not know much about K-pop. I did not know much about anything, and they started the show at that time. And I probably missed most of it because I was not watching that much. I was busy talking to her. But that's how I came to know her, to know them. So yeah.
Yeah. And so that's getting to know them. But
Yes.
then there is a moment that you fall into the rabbit hole.
Right,
So
yes.
do you remember that specific moment?
Yes, I remember watching Blood, Sweat and Tears, MV, and then I remember also watching all the Wings short films, and I was done. There was no turning back. I think it was the way that the story, the songs, the storytelling, all blended perfectly in one another, and the references there. I was blown. I was blown by all the different references to art pieces, to the text, to the song itself, to, well, everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure every army understand what I'm talking about, but yes, that was the moment. And then I fell in the rabbit hole and I was done.
I'm wondering, can you say that BT has changed your life? If so, how?
I would say that looking back at their songs, at the text and the message that they put there, I would have loved to see that message growing up, but I did not. So I had to find my own way of being myself through the years to get where I am today. And I would say that on top of how I have changed gradually with the years, what they brought to me would be a more open mind to whatever is around me, not only in terms of the arts, but in terms of educating the younger generations, of how we are talking to everyone around us, younger, older, whatever. So it's just how we get to discuss on different topics with different people around us. So it's not just, I would say, the closer environment where we all live together, but a broader one where finally, I mean, the people I speak, the army I speak with every day are from everywhere around the world. They're not only located where I live. So it's a way of how do we get to understand and speak to one another all year round.
Do you think you were able to find people with real substantial friendship through this fandom?
True, I agree with that. And it's not just a way to fangirl whatever else people think that we're doing. It's a close relationship between people who have a same understanding of what is around them, or how we should respect one another, of where we are going and how we are going to get there. And maybe we're all learning at the same time. So it's not just one person thinking on their side or just doing fangirl stuff that they think we're doing. Not at all. It's everyday life. It's basic discussions like you would have with any type of group of friends. It's just that we're called army. That's all.
So when was the most significant offline event that you get to meet your army friends, and how did you spend time with them?
That was the BTS conference in Kingston, probably. It was the most important event where I got to talk with other armies who maybe have the same type of passion, but also a same understanding of one another, and understanding of where we want to go and how we want to bring the studies that we're doing and the studies that they are doing, to bring it to a mutual understanding for everyone. So it's more of a place where we got to meet and connect, each one of us from different backgrounds, and talking to one another. So yeah, that probably was the event where it was the most interesting for me.
What is your number one BTS song?
Oh, that's the toughest question ever. Okay, if I had to choose one, if I had to choose one, that would be Microcosmos. Yes, probably because it's the one that I have felt the most interaction and connection with when it was being sung live in the 2019 concert in Stade de France. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I think that song kind of defines this universe of new humanity.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's amazing. That song is amazing.
spirit of army.
Yeah.
That's my ringtone. Okay. What are your dreams now?
I would love to still go on loving my job in a couple of years, in decades, which I do now because I've been working for several years and I'm still loving my job. So I do want to go and still love my job in a few years. I want my son to be proud of his parents, to be proud of what he is and who he is. That's my dream for him. So it's not my own dream, it's my dream for him. And just live a peaceful life.
And how you being an army affected your family?
My son is an army. My husband is a hidden army, but he does not know it yet. They all have biases, by the way. They all. But it's just that they don't know that they are army yet. I know it.
If or when you meet BTS, our message for the whole group?
Thank you. That would be my message. Thank you. Don't do more than what you're already doing. You're doing great. Thank you.